What made you kidnap your own sister? In my family, daughters don't inherit property, they inherit their mother's husband. From age 7, my mother woke me at 4 a.m. every morning to learn her exact routine. She'd braid my hair while whispering that one day I'd need to be her. I thought it was a game until I turned 13. That's when she sat me down and explained our family owed the Morettis 3 generations of wives. Her grandmother had made the deal to save the family from starvation. Her mother served, she served, and when she got too sick to continue, I would serve. She coughed delicately into her handkerchief and said she didn't have much time left. Mr. Moretti started joining our morning training sessions when I turned 14. He was 53 with gray temples and hands that never stopped moving. He'd watch me pour his coffee and test whether I remembered he took it with 2 sugars stirred counterclockwise exactly 5 times. My mother stood behind me whispering corrections. Too much eye contact, not enough smile. Hold the cup by the handle, never touch the rim. The transition happened at my 15th birthday dinner. My mother served the first 2 courses to the extended Moretti family like she'd done for 20 years. Then she started coughing. Real harsh coughs that shook her whole body. She gripped the table and looked at me. I understood. I stood up, took her apron, and continued serving the 3rd course. Mr. Moretti nodded once. That was it. That night, I moved into the master bedroom and my mother moved to the guest house. He told me I knew the rules and I did. My mother had taught me everything. Which nightgown to wear on which nights. How to respond when he touched me. The exact words to say. He called me by her name the whole time. Anna. I was Anna now. The next morning, I woke at 4 a.m. and followed her schedule perfectly. Shower for 7 minutes. Apply her shade of lipstick. Make breakfast with eggs over easy and toast cut diagonally. The house had cameras in every room except the bathroom. He'd review the footage each evening and point out my mistakes. I folded towels too loose. I walked different than her. My voice was too high when I answered the phone. He made me practice her laugh for hours until I got it right. Every Wednesday, his business associates came for dinner. I served drinks while they discussed shipping routes and territory disputes. They talked about people who wouldn't be problems anymore. I learned to recognize which languages meant I should leave the room. His mother always attended these dinners. She'd pat my hand and say I was a good girl who knew her place. My parents visited once a month but never asked how I was. My father just reminded me that the family honor depended on my service. My younger sister wasn't allowed to see me. They told her I was apprenticing in household management, but I saw my mother training her in the early mornings when she thought I was asleep. My sister was 11 and already learning to braid her hair exactly like mine. I started noticing things. My childhood photos disappearing from family albums. My birth certificate in his office showing a different birth date that made me 18. My mother never coughing when she thought no one was watching. She'd stand straight and healthy in her garden, then hunch over and hack when someone approached. The breaking point came when I was cleaning his private office. He was away on business and I found a locked cabinet I'd never seen open. Inside were DVDs labeled with dates going back 60 years. I played one and saw my grandmother at 15 serving his grandfather. Same routines, same nightgowns, same practice responses. Then I found my mother's progression videos. Age 15, 20, 25. Her eyes getting deader each year. The worst part was finding blank DVDs labeled with my sister's name and future dates. 2027, 2032, 2037. There was a medical file showing my mother's fake illness reports signed by a doctor on their payroll. Bank statements showing my family received payments for successful transitions. My mother was never sick. This was always the plan. I started making calculated mistakes. Coffee slightly too hot. Dinner 3 minutes late. I studied my mother's cough in the mirror and practiced looking pale with concealer. During intimate moments when he was distracted, I stole from his emergency cash stash. 20 here, 50 there, hidden in tampon boxes my mother had taught me he'd never check. The night I ran, I set a grease fire in my mother's kitchen. Nothing deadly but enough smoke to cause chaos. I grabbed my sister and told her we were leaving. She fought me. She said mom needed us. I had to tell her the truth while we ran. Mom was never sick. She was never sick. At a gas station bathroom, I cut our hair with scissors I'd stolen weeks before. We bought bus tickets to different cities. Before we parted, I told her to always cough if anyone found her. Be too sick to serve anyone. Through the bus window, I saw my mother standing beside Mr. Moretti, perfectly healthy, already training my cousin. Full story on channel, link below.